Next guest believes the Apple bears have it all wrong. He's out with a new note reiterating his outperform on the stock. Here on set to discuss is Dan Ives, global head of tech research at Wedbush. You matched the screen here. You guys got the bright green going on. And is Apple up today? If it's not up today, then all hope is lost.
Then all bets off.
It's up about 1%, so there we go. What do you think you'd say to people who are concerned this company is really missing a step on AI?
I mean, our view is it's a matter of when, not if. In other words, when you look at AI, okay, have things got delayed? No doubt. But the reality is we're talking 8 to 10 million iPhone units that move out of 2025 and 2026. It's all about the install base. And our view, and I get the bears right now, but our view is the consumer AI revolution, 20 to 25% of consumers around the world, they're going to go through Apple. I mean, they're going to own that piece. And that's why I just think sell-offs like today, I think we look out 6, 12, 18 months, and I think this is a stock that ultimately will make new time.
I've seen this comment, and I'm living it, so I want to ask you about it. I currently use Grok, I use ChatGPT, all of them, right, on the iPhone. Does Apple need to move me to a Siri voice user in order to win in AI, or is it enough for me to just use third-party apps?
Yeah, and I think that it's a great point. I'd say to some extent, they win as more and more apps are on the App Store. And ultimately, the hundreds of apps that are going to get developed in terms of on top of Apple Intelligence, they win either way. Because in that percent, I mean, they're essentially a toll collector. So when you think about the services piece, that could be an incremental 10, 12 billion a year as we go into 2027. Now, in terms of the golden goose, yeah, I mean, you want them to be the end-to-end in terms of Siri, and that's something that we'll see over the next year or two. Mm-hmm. But my view is that where the bears have always gone Apple wrong is they're like, well, that's it, innovation, it's done. 1.5 billion iPhones, 2.4 billion iOS devices. That's why Cook and Cupertino will continue to be the top of that mountain, despite some of these delays.
So let me play. So John Gruber had this great piece. I'm sure you saw it this week, where he's like, Steve, he needs to stand up. Tim Cook needs to stand up like Steve Jobs did and scream at those engineers and tell them, you've totally missed the boat. He actually then came on for an interview, Gruber did, after slamming the company and saying this rollout will be delayed and revealing bigger corporate issues. Here's what he told Overtime yesterday.
Apple got too caught up worrying that they need to make the AI that is making people say, wow, rather than just worrying about making the platform where people are using AI. Under promise, over deliver. And that's been Apple's path to success. Keep their mouths shut. Say as little as possible until they're ready to, boom, here it is, or here it is very, very soon. And then, wow, over deliver.
And if he's right, is it fine to just say, Kelly will continue to use these apps on her iPhone, or is it important at some point that they have that direct AI relationship with the consumer?
Yeah, I think at some point, but for now, it comes down to, when you think about that install base, I mean, I agree with that. They're going to win either way. So it's like, even when it comes to DeepSeek, whether it's China, US, that's an app on the App Store, and it's like they will continue to ultimately get that piece of the revenue. And I think that on this AI highway, on the consumer side, they're going to win. But I do agree, and I think you'll see a different Cook at WWDC in June in terms of showing, like, look, we are the platform, and ultimately it will take time to get to an end-to-end.
And no doubt there must be some sales softness. I mean, even for me, when I did the upgrade, it was practically given away, and this was months before these issues came up. So you do think it'll be a near-term hit for financials, but probably priced in now?
It just comes down to 8 to 10 million units. So I think everything we've seen from being back in Asia the last few weeks, we're not talking something that dramatically changes. But it comes down to when you think about the next few years, you have 325 million iPhones that are going to be in that window of an upgrade opportunity. It gets delayed, but it doesn't really move the needle that much. I think a lot of that is baked in here.